Okay, what we're going to do today is do one heck of a torture test on a Glock 23. It's a 12-year-old Glock. We're going to literally try and beat the crap out of it. Let me just say how much I like Glock, and this is why I'm doing it, to prove to everybody out there that there's no other like it. What we're going to do today is we're going to test fire our Glock right before our torture test and see what kind of accuracy and what kind of reliability we can get out of it before we torture the heck out of this Glock. Let's see how we do. I'd say it functioned flawless and it's pretty accurate. Now let's go. What we're going to do now is see what kind of wheel chock our Glock 23 makes. We're going to run it over with a car and see how it stands up. What we're going to do is we're going to put a primed piece of brass in the chamber to simulate a loaded cartridge and make sure that under any circumstances our gun will not go off. So we're going to load that in right now. Just make sure that you know there's no projectile in this, and let's see how it stands up. Now we're going to reverse it. What we're going to do now is drag the Glock behind the car and see what kind of road rash we can give it. Let's see how it goes. Now we have an empty cartridge in with just a primer, just to make sure that, just to prove that the gun won't go off. Let's see, make sure it doesn't go off. Well, it looks like it's a little scratched up, but with a little bit of TLC, I think we can get it back to original. Let's see if she fired. There's proof that it didn't go off. Now what we're gonna do is play a little baseball with our Glock. Once again, we have a primed cartridge in there with no projectile. Prove that regardless of how hard we hit it, gun's not going to go off. Let's see how we do. Apparently it didn't make it. What we're going to do now is freeze our Glock into a block of ice. What we're going to do now, since we froze our Glock, we got to get it out of that block of ice. So what we're going to do is shoot at it with an FN shotgun and break it on out of that block of ice. Got the Glock out of the block of ice. Now we have all excess ice around it, so we got to get it out of the barrel, out of the mag well, and see if we can free the Glock up a little bit. We're going to boil it. Let's see how the Glock looks. Well, looks like we left it in a little too long. Well, we froze it, we boiled it. Now let's go see if we can blow it up. Now what we're going to do is put a primed piece of brass in the gun again, no projectile, and see if we can launch this up in the air with some tannerite. Here we are with the Glock tannerite test. This is a little bit of the devastation. Cinder block that the Glock was on broke. The plywood that the Glock was on also disintegrated. The Glock has a couple little scratches from powder burns, but all in all it looks like it's still good to go. Now one of the rails on the back of the Glock is broken, but in our test, if it still fires and functions, it still works. This is the Glock after we found it. It flew about 150 feet in the air, landed in the woods, generally over in that direction. Has a couple little scratches, little chips in the polymer. The steel looks perfectly fine. Let's see if the round in the chamber went off. Sounds to me like it didn't go off, so I'm pretty sure that this is the safest gun in the world. So we ran the Glock over, we drug it behind the car, we hit it with a baseball bat, we froze it, we boiled it, and we blew it up. As you can see, it still functions. We took it apart, we seen that the back rail sheared off, one of the sides sheared off. It probably still will fire, and I'll prove to you that it'll still fire with a blank cartridge, because I just don't want to end up going to the hospital today. So we'll show that it'll still fire after all the tests that we have done. Let's give it a whirl. It will still fire. So I'm not going to shoot it today. If it was a zombie apocalypse, yeah, I would risk my life with the Glock and pull the trigger after we did all that stuff to it. So since it's not a zombie apocalypse, I have to apologize. We don't have a rest to fire it at the moment. Maybe when we do get a rest, we'll see how it goes.